I don't really have a favorite philosopher. The thing with philosophy is I studied and still read philosophy whenever I get the chance and can have the mental clarity to focus on doing that. To understand how the world works, even though it is enjoyable and very interesting to think about it, it's a kind of quest to figure out how the world works. And in a secular society where many people don't have religion, philosophy is something that naturally fills that hole. I have not been able to find a philosophy that fills that hole in every aspect of life and that doesn't create too demanding a standard by which you will live life. And so philosophy for me, and I think for many people that actually studied in some amount of depth, is really a collection of tips on how to live life. It's a collection of heuristics and methods, and you can have fancy words, but tips. Basically tips on how to live life and how to navigate various situations. For example, Stoic philosophy, because it has some of its ideas originating from certain Buddhist ideas, at least in my opinion, it's a very good way to deal with hardship, because it basically allows you to view the hardship as unimportant or transitory or inconsequential or something like that. But it doesn't really generate a lot of motivation. And so if you're in a state of hardship, then Stoic philosophy, very useful, and has floated a lot of people through a lot of hardship and so on. And so that's why also some founders and people who do hard things gravitate towards it. It's because it makes them kind of able to overcome the challenges and the rejections and all the issues that come with doing something where you face challenges and rejections, which you definitely face whenever you're doing something new that hasn't been done before. There's other philosophies, there's Nietzsche's views, there's totalitarianism, deontological ethics, there's a whole bunch of them. Each of them have a valuable set of ideas that allow you to view life through a certain lens, and that viewing of life is, I think, right in certain situations and at certain times. But I think there has been a real advantage to understanding life, because people who generate, especially epistemological views and ethical views, are very thoughtful about how the world really works. And so I think studying philosophy is a useful thing for anyone who wants to understand how the world really works, and also anyone who's looking for a purpose in life, because many people, this is the thing I think they don't have, partly because, and this is something Nietzsche predicted very accurately, is that there's been a kind of to a certain degree, a devaluation of values, and there's been a kind of removal of religion as a roadmap for how people should live their life in all aspects. And whether or not it was a good roadmap is a different question, but that roadmap for how to deal with various situations has not been replaced with something. And so people are left to replace it with their own views, with their own, with whatever they read in blogs or watch on TV, and unfortunately that really is not enough to generate a cohesive, reliable way to understand the world. And that is, I think, one of the very big problems of modern society, which Nietzsche also predicted. So in closing, if life's tough, read Stoicism. If you want to move ahead in life, read Nietzsche. That's probably the two things I would say.